Good afternoon, I'm John Webb. Straight ahead here on Channel 3 News at 6 tonight. A North Idaho man dies after battling the flu. We'll have tips on how to prevent the virus. Plus a high-speed chase from Silverton to Osburn. We'll tell you what the Sheriff's Office wanted. Also, Shoshone Fire District Number 1 has been approved to move forward with a bond election. Morgan Powers will have more on what they plan to do. And Destiny, look at the 7-day forecast.
Temperatures are dropping this week, and we are starting to see lows in the 50s.
Alright, Destiny, thanks very much. Those stories, plus a full weather update ahead at 6.
Reporting you can trust with John Webb, Megan Dorton, Morgan Powers, and weather with Destiny Angle. This is the 6 o'clock news on Channel 3 TV.
Good evening and thanks for tuning in tonight. I'm John Webb. The Shoshone Fire District Number 1 has been approved to move forward with their bond election, and our Morgan Powers has what they plan on doing with that bond if approved. Morgan?
Thanks, John. Earlier this week, a bond approval went through for the Shoshone County Fire District 1 to build a new firehouse in Osburn. It's a $1.9 million bond that will be lowered after they apply for federal money. The federal grant will cover over half the cost. The new facility will be located a mile east of the current building, right across from the county garage. The new facility will offer more housing for the fire engines and employees. Cagle said that they only have one room where employees and volunteers sleep. The new facility will also offer a quicker response time.
Many times we have second and third out incidents where we have the two people who are on duty have already taken one or two vehicles to the scene, and we need to get those other trucks as soon as we have responders to drive them. If everyone can respond to one centralized place rather than going to a outbuilding in Gem or a District 3 station in Mullen to go and pick up these vehicles, we're going to have them right on hand and ready to go.
Voting for the bond election will take place Tuesday, November 7th from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. The polling places will take place at the Congregational Church, 408 Cedar Street in Wallace, Silverwood Good Samaritan Center, 405 West 7th Street in Silverton, the VFW Hall, 4th and Mullen in Osburn, and the Shoshone County Courthouse, 700 Bank Street in Wallace. Reporting in the Channel 3 newsroom, I'm Morgan Powers.
Morgan, thanks for that. In local news tonight, the Idaho State Police investigated a 3-vehicle double fatality crash at 11:05 a.m. on October 3rd. This occurred on I-90 at milepost 16 in the westbound lane just east of Coeur d'Alene in the construction zone. Travis Clay, 41 years old of Coeur d'Alene, driving a blue 2007 Chevy Silverado, was westbound on the I-90 when he crossed into the eastbound lane, striking Patricia Mahoney, 75 of Coeur d'Alene, driving a silver 2012 Chevy Cruze. After striking Mahoney, Clay then struck John Hageman, 26 years old of Smelterville. Hageman was driving a white 2000 Ford F-350 who was also eastbound. Clay and Mahoney were pronounced deceased at the scene and were transported to the English Funeral Home. Hageman fortunately was not injured in the crash. All subjects were wearing seatbelts. Well, if you've looked at the Silver Valley Classifieds on Facebook lately, you've probably noticed the continuous posts about all of the Idaho State Police on I-90. One post claimed that they saw 23 troopers on their way to Coeur d'Alene from Kellogg. Well, our Megan Dorton has been in contact with ISP, and she's in the Channel 3 newsroom tonight with her full report. Megan?
John, thanks. Last week, the Idaho State Police Domestic Highway Enforcement Team conducted a multi-agency criminal interdiction patrol in Shoshone County, Idaho. Troopers from all over Idaho, as well as deputies from Shoshone County, Kootenai County, and Bonner County Sheriff's Offices, and an officer from the Coeur d'Alene Police Department participated. During their 3-day operation, troopers arrested 15 people for drug felony offenses, including 5 people for trafficking in marijuana, 2 people for trafficking in cocaine, 1 person for trafficking in heroin, and 1 for trafficking in methamphetamines. Additionally, troopers issued 79 misdemeanor drug citations, arrested 5 people for driving under the influence of alcohol and/or drugs. 3 people were also arrested for outstanding warrants. The Idaho State Police would like to express their gratitude to the Shoshone County Sheriff's Office and prosecuting attorneys for their assistance and support during the operation. Reporting in the Channel 3 newsroom, I'm Megan Dorton.
Wow, crazy. Thanks so much, Megan. In crime news night, September 27th at 7:45 p.m., the Shoshone County Sheriff's Office was dispatched to a battery that occurred at Silverton. Shortly after the deputy arrived to take the victim's statement, the victim noticed a black Honda Civic driving past the scene, which he identified as the suspect of the battery. The deputy then attempted to stop the vehicle. However, the 2002 Honda Civic fled from the deputy at a high rate of speed on Silver Valley Road toward the city of Osburn. The deputy pursued the Honda Civic for a short time before the Honda Civic came to a stop near the area of Yellowstone Avenue in Osburn. The driver of the Honda, Jarrett Baker, 40 years old of Shoshone County, was arrested and is facing multiple felony and misdemeanor charges. Well, Destiny Angle is over in your Channel 3 Weather Center with a full weather update. Destiny?
Thanks, John. Taking a look at your current U.S. surface map, you can see a ridge of high pressure moving in from the Pacific Ocean into the inland northwest. This will start causing low temperatures this week. Now, taking a look at your current U.S. temperature map, you can see lows in the 30s, and down here in Florida they are still seeing highs in the 80s. Now, taking a look at your current U.S. Doppler radar, you can see that we're having a small amount of precipitation into the inland northwest, but that's supposed to scoot away this week. Now, taking a look at your 7-day forecast, Saturday showers most likely, mainly before 11 a.m., mostly cloudy with a high near 53. West winds are supposed to be 11 to 14 miles per hour with gusts as high as 22 miles per hour. New precipitation amounts between the 10th and quarter of an inch possible. Sunday, a 40% chance of showers, mostly cloudy with a high near 51. Then throughout the rest of the week, expect to see highs in the upper 50s and lower 60s. Let's send it back to John in the news center.
Destiny, thanks for that. In local news tonight, flu season has came early to North Idaho. The Panhandle Health District announced Idaho's first flu-related death this season. According to the district, a 50-year-old male died due to an influenza infection in North Idaho. PhD staff epidemiologist Jeff Lee said, quote, "We are seeing sporadic influenza activity in some of North Idaho counties. I strongly encourage people to get their influenza vaccination now so there is time to develop an immunity before getting exposed to the flu virus." Last flu season, Idaho saw 72 flu-related deaths. 20 of those occurred in the district counties. The PhD says wash your hands often, cover your coughs and sneezes, and stay home if you think you may have a cold. The district also said they offer flu vaccinations. In crime news this evening, fake money has been traveling through the Silver Valley, and on October 2nd, a local business in Pinehurst discovered a fake $20 bill that was passed to one of their cashiers. According to a responding deputy, the fake 20 clearly did not look legitimate, and the back of the 20 had writing that read, quote, "Motion picture money." The Shoshone Sheriff's Office encouraged all of the business owners to educate their employees on methods to check currency for validity. And if you have any information on who may be spreading this fake money, then please contact Deputy Eric Bailey with the Shoshone Sheriff's Office at 208-556-1114. In school news this evening, the Wallace Junior Senior High School celebrated homecoming all week long last week. The school's leadership class planned all of the events, including movie night, dance, and the bonfire. Monday, students dressed like they were on the red carpet. Tuesday, tacky twist, and on Wednesday, Wild West. The homecoming's overall theme was Lights, Camera, Homecoming, and showed Hollywood classics like The Goonies and Sandlot. They had a bonfire on Wednesday, which had to be put out due to high winds. On Friday, students attended a highlighter dance where they dressed in neon colors and colored themselves with highlighters. Then on Saturday, the big game. Unfortunately, Wallace lost to Genesee Prep after a hard fight. Student Council Advisor Jared Schauber says that Student Council did an exceptional job last week.
JP, I think homecoming was a big success. Many compliments from both the teaching staff, and then I actually received some emails about it too. And then I think all the students had a great time.
Well, Student Council is already planning for next year. Well, finally tonight, the good news. For 9 days, celebrity chef Jose Andres has been in Puerto Rico cooking and delivering thousands of daily meals for hungry survivors of Hurricane Maria. And he's only getting started. "We have big dreams because people have big needs," the Spanish-American chef told his Twitter followers in a video update.
We, World Central Kitchen Chefs for Puerto Rico, we are going to be installing a kitchen, and we're going to make 10,000 meals a day. And we're going to keep feeding this area every day for the next week or two until the need goes down. We'll bring water, we'll bring food, and we'll keep moving.
Today alone, he says the crew from his nonprofit World Central Kitchen will be giving away 45,000 meals, 10,000 sandwiches, 10,000 chicken with rice dishes, and even hot dogs and burgers. The chef, known for his restaurants in Washington, D.C., also announced on Twitter that he and his volunteers have set up a kitchen in the area where there is no electricity or water, and hopes to be able to deliver 100,000 meals daily by the end of this week. That's good to see. For all of us here at Channel 3 News, I'm John Webb. We'll be back next week. Until then, have a special night.